Look at this. If it ain't my old chum, Gianni. Gianni, Ludovico, Torres, Bancroft,
Esquire.
Abbott, Esquire.
And look what I brought.
Man, if you're not traveling around on a skateboard, and you're not wearing a ridiculous pair of sneakers, you are simply nowhere.
So,
Who gave you your fashion tips? Ralph Lauren or what?
Yeah.
Sadly, please, nature boys and nature girls have practically disappeared. Techies and geeks have taken over. Sadly, zombies, robots, and sleepwalkers are taking over. The human element is disappearing. So, one day without their car, and they feel lost. He's right. That's how addicted you are to. That's just your car. How about one day without your television? They'd be mortified. Without your sound system. Without hot and cold running water. You're addicted to all of them. They're the comforts and conveniences of life. You are totally addicted to them. I did without them totally for 10 years. Compulsive geeks and techies, that the finer feelings are disappearing. That is not a joke.
It's not just that. It's saying hi to strangers.
Well,
or being friendly was.
No, but being out here was one of the best moves I've ever made. Now I'm really. I've gotten to know pretty much the whole neighborhood. Not by going to bars or restaurants either. It's sitting on the front steps of his gated apartment. One, I have no financial worries, and two, you just said food is by all means.
Okay.
Food is last on your list.
Okay, question.
I would go, what's first? What's coming over the radio?
Music.
That's it. Far and away, music, baby. Something about Steve Whittemore. There's plenty of things not to like. He's an arrogant bastard from New York. He shoots his mouth off too often about what he's in great shape, like he's a pro athlete or something. Yeah, I wouldn't dream of drinking straight alcohol. Well, that's for the cowboys like John Wayne and the Errol Flynn. What? Isn't it a little early in the day to get risque? And you said, I don't think it's ever too early or too late. The protagonist is a food snob, and I sure as hell am not a food snob. You're putting on. I'm giving things up there. 50 years ago, marijuana. 5 years after that, motor vehicles. About 8 months ago, meat, M&M, and I had.
Wait, M&M.
Marijuana, motor vehicles, meat.
You should try to think of a fourth M to give up.
No, there's the fourth is TV. I've watched 1 hour. Marlene canceled this for me 6 years ago. No, I don't think the average American ain't living without all these things. Marijuana, baby. Meat, motor vehicles, and television.
All right, let's get out there. Let's go to the corner store.
Now, this is actually the opposite.
That's not gin.
If I can't have the best, I'll settle for the worst. Yeah, the steps are good because, there's no passage of pretty women in this apartment.
You mean shortage?
There's no passage of pretty women in this apartment. And on this steps, yes, there is.
Oh, you're saying in this.
Aaron.
Wait, you've been here.
I'm sitting on the stoop.
And
it was good results.
Okay.
Now, for a while, I was backward. When I'm managing a motel in Vegas, I swear to you, get this. We go, wait a minute, I checked this guy's habits out. People are, idly curious. Steve Whittemore has everything backward. He's swallowing mouthwash and spitting out martinis. You have it backwards, you idiot. What? Has anyone informed you yet, or what? What are you smoking something besides tobacco? Let's get the hell out of here. Why don't you relax and eat your cookie and just shut up, Dilgetty? Yeah, but I'm bent on making it as a writer. I got to show you my 3 compositions from yesterday. I'm in a groove right now.
That's good.
Which I'm not adding things to my life. I'm subtracting. I subtracted marijuana, motor vehicles, television, and sports. I'm not a sports fan. This shows what a tough fuck I am. I woke up with 45 cents. No cigarettes, no beer. I'm getting money. Look, this is Friday. I got to get through the 3 days on 45 cents. And I hear this stuff going on out here. It starts out in the morning with spiritual kind of music, then evolves into pop music. It's very entertaining. Fuck that. Bye.
Probably not.
I'll bet my ranch that you and I are not palling around. He's not the third. If we have a third, I'll decide who it's going to be. It's going to be a beautiful woman or a wealthy man. To pal around with Gianni and Stefano. Let's get a couple of drinks. I'm working on my suntan. Anything wrong with that or what? You're a New Yorker.
Who is that in the orange down?
Place up. Dude, it's going to be...
Whittemore, you spent 10 years, right. You're doing 1,000 push-ups. There's no son of a bitch staying up with you. But
we are...
Now you had it too hard. Now you have it too easy.
I'll keep up with you.
There's no guy I've known in Vegas keeping up with me.
Do you really do 6,000 crunches a day? I don't believe that.
I got it written down, sir. But I got 2.
I'll see it. I'll believe it. Believe it when I see it.
First night that you spend over here, schmuck. What?
What?
This guy's doing 10 sets of 600. That adds up to 6,000. If you can do, these guys often use, these wise asses, they go, this is math. I corrected him. This is not math. This is arithmetic. 2nd grade arithmetic for 6-year-old boys. Right. Fucking around on the internet, and there are various other ways. Right. That's not us. No. Gianni and I will be shacked up with a couple of sexy broads. Right. And I'm going to let Gianni take over the television. We're watching a movie.
I'm going to be this.
Don't imagine that you're playing rock and roll or rap in his apartment.
Oh, I'm going to introduce you to a lot of stuff you've not...
Sir.
Yes?
It better be great. And they never invited me?
Oh, dude, you've been invited a million times. You always decline.
Steve Whittemore does not like to go out. Right. Now,
what is that all about?
The short... What?
Oh, I need to steal my
Because most of you
screenplay.
people bore the shit out of me. That's why.
Oh, really?
I'm telling you right to your face. You bore me to death.
I bore you.
And my New York friend, what about him? He's picking up all the loose women, and there's nothing left for Mr. Whittemore.
Did you call me a joker? Take it back.
A fakir. I take it back. A fakir. F-A-K-I-R. And immediately felt lost. How true. The naive patheticism of these poems is more pitiful than ridiculous. He just trashed Kerouac. We love Jack Kerouac, by the way. He's got money and he's written a screenplay. I trust this guy, right? The rest of you jokers... Saturday, and I'm so broke. Haven't got a girl, and that's no joke. But I'm feeling like a millionaire when I take me down to Main Street and I review the harem parading for me there. Standing on the corner. This is real music. All right. Hello. I know you're smoking a lot of drugs. That's your problem. We don't need drugs. Right, Schmucko.
Steve, do
Let
you-
me pour this in here.
Do you have a cigarette for
Give me
me?
this drink. What? I'm drinking what? This is for Boy Scouts. We're celebrating our jamboree.
I need a cigarette.
You need a lot more than that, little boy. No, we gotta get
Loaded.
Chinese food. A double date. That's what I have in mind. Gianni and I and 2 sex kittens. Right.
Oh, sex spots.
Or do you want me to draw pictures for you?
Did somebody slip something in your drink today, sir?
No, I'm always... This guy's more alive than any 10 men you know put together.
But
Oh, he
Give me
wouldn't
your
be
lighter.
shaped this
I can
way.
never
Give me
lose
your
sight of
lighter.
that. I think the new hat has reinvigorated.
But this way you put it if you're a poet. There's only one poet in the His hat has gone to his head. Bingo. So you have to be a poet. We know.
That was nice.
the
I like
fact-
that. That was good.
They smile when I say it, because Mr. Whittemore is naturally a very shy person.
You are not.
I broke out of my shyness by living 10 years on the streets.
Is that what it takes?
For me, yes.
Or you could take a public speaking class.
He's got a great speaking voice. We know that, sir. All right.
What? Do you say we should
Wrestling around with her. What? In a bed that I never use. It's a beautiful bed that Andy got me. And he sleeps on the living room couch. He's never used the bed once. Because the bedroom is dead. There's no life in that bedroom. This is the blonde one. She's too young for me. Well, and she'll be bored to death by me before I'm bored to death by her. Our relationship will last 5 minutes. I like the guy, but I don't like Frank Sinatra music. I want something more lively. You dig. Right. Okay. Why don't you relax and read your newspaper? No, why don't you relax and get 2 Bloody Marys made and just shut up, Delgetty. That's your new name, Delgetty.
Delgetty, I like that.
All right. Well, why don't you relax and drink your orange juice and just shut up, Delgetty? Yet. If you could tear yourself away from the Stephen King novels and the comic books.
Right?
I'm going on 3 hours sleep. Exercising, writing, reading, smoking, and drinking. This is what I'm doing every night. And listening to music. Yes. But if you've been reading the great writers for 50 years and more, you're not going to gravitate to anything on social media. Please, these are not right. They're not great minds. That's all. They may be lonely, tired of life, tired of themselves, but they're not. Please. It's Hallmark greeting card time. But on a wall. But you can confirm that for yourself. I don't know how. I must be one of the great all-time heroes of the world when I have in fact done 1.5 million stomach crunches since December 1st. That's 10 months and 23 days. Oh, this is for you. You're going to address. This is an open letter to all you gossip columnists. Let me know if you need any help picking up all the names you've been dropping. What do I think? I'm going to reserve judgment. All right, I know you Californians think you're something special in front of New Yorkers. Don't believe it.
You can't just bunch all
No, we
Californians
can't
into
generalize
one.
like that.
No, you can't.
We can.
I won't allow you to. I'm going to defend my people, the Californians.
That's right, somebody. All right.
Yeah, I like your hat.
Yeah.
Well, you don't seem to be. Why? You keep shooting your mouth off. That doesn't sound like a man who's like that. What? Can you walk a straight line for 5 seconds?
When you're on scissor?
Officer, ask me an easier one, will you please? Would you mind testing me tomorrow? I'm not in my ideal shape at the present moment. Jesus Christ. Look, buddy boy, what? We're gonna, what? We like you. You're a likable and generous guy. What? We're gonna let you go. If it were any other son of a bitch, you're going right behind bars. I don't know which is worse. A New York wise guy
Or
or a California kook.
I know
I
this
can't-
line.
He's a what? He can't what? This is the mentality of what? All regions have mentalities. What? There's very well that really relate to all others. What? You have intolerance. What? What? I had a horrible day.
No, that's not.
One, I sprained my ankle.
God.
2, I lost $5,000 in Vegas. And 3, my girlfriend ran off with a bullfighter. Am I supposed to feel happy or what? Are you fucking kidding me? Baby, what? The odds are stacked against me.
No.
But I'm a tough son of a
See,
bitch.
you know what?
I'm not really in a good mood. I'm pretending to be in a good mood. What? A pretty girl just smiled at me.
Where?
I got a lot of money in my pocket, but... And what? And I'm about to record an album. What?
Do you know what? Okay, so listen to this.
Right here.
I'll
I'm
roll
in
down.
Studio 54. All right. Now, Sinatra, I'm afraid, is not to be found in Studio 54. What do you like? And you're addicted to? American celebrity.
How's it going?
Hi there, partner. Good job. This loudmouth over here,
Hey,
right?
Don't be mean.
I've given this fuck $1,000 worth of shit. He's never given me a penny. Don't tell me anything about this. I'm leaving here. What?
Vegas, right?
November 3rd.
No, you
I'm
aren't.
getting away from you, Los Angeles. You do
No,
not
you
inspire
aren't.
me.
Are you really going?
You better fucking believe it. You better buy my screenplay. You have 22 days to do it. That's it. You can listen to this joker for the rest of your life. What? What?
What about me? I inspire you.
No, you're not inspiring me.
God,
not one of you have
1 minute
inspired
you
me.
build me up, and then.
All right. They're always carrying around cell phones, but that's not the sign of an artist.
Steve.
After a shower, I walked toward the sun to the beach, watching dogs and sexy girls splash to the beach. Actually help. After a shower, I walked toward the sun to the beach. No need for GPS, whatever the hell that is, when you have the sun. I strolled down the boardwalk, almost dragging my feet. I was so relaxed. All along the boardwalk, people enjoyed themselves, licking soft-serve ice cream, sitting at the cafes, watching dogs and sexy girls splashing around in polka dot bikinis as they played fetch in the estuary. I paused at an ice cream vendor, but the gal, the blonde in the polka dot bikini, was so bloody attractive that I couldn't take my eyes off her to save my life. But I continued heroically and opted to sit for brandy and peanuts sprinkled with paprika. A train stacked with lumber rumbled behind. Horses click-clacked in a stately procession. A Maltese barked at a scared infant at the tables before me. Then I paid, gave the finger to a guy who insulted me, and stood to walk 20 steps where I could gaze at the tranquil Atlantic. A spiritual-like feeling overtook me. I felt that surely I'm destined to become a saint. If I could only stop smoking marijuana, looking at rock and roll females, and get this girl out of my head with the polka dot bikini. I looked out, my focus rolling further and further over the water. until reaching the horizon. I was on shore, and yet I saw myself way out there where sky met sea. That was a special place. If only the girl from the polka dot bikini and I were nestled together, right, far from the madding crowd. They were together but separate. That perfect paradox, that same duality, it defines consciousness, at least in a madman like myself. That is what it's to be human, to be in the world but not of it. I felt I might as well be on another planet as long as my partner is the girl in the polka dot bikini. I ate a whole school of fish. Why not? I never gain weight. I'm like Steve Whittemore. We spend a lot of energy. And I don't mean just watching sexy girls. Then the beachside party began. There was a festival going on honoring a saint, Saint Stephen. The boardwalk teemed with droves of joyous party people. Half of them were conked out on whiskey, the other half on marijuana. What the hell did I care? I was not one of them. It was the classic case of loneliness in a crowd. My phone was nearly out of juice, and I became a little nervous. I told my girlfriend in the bikini we were now at my apartment. If anyone calls, I'll be on the living room floor having an anxiety attack. No.
Romantic dates at Jumbo's? Jumbo's Clown Room.
Right. That's what I said. Among two of the bikini-clad gals. They're not going to be able to resist. Gianni and Stefan. This is the team. By the way, what is the Italian for... is it Stefan or Stefano?
Stefanovic.
That's Russian, without a doubt.
I don't fucking know.
Stefano. Our team is Gianni and Stefano. But
okay.
They're not going to be able to resist our charms. We're out there. Right? In Jumbo's, what?
They won't be able to resist
our charms. What?
Besides, he has an apartment only 1 block from here.
That's all there is. We could crawl that distance, baby. But I don't want you to crawl. And until you get to our apartment. Then you can crawl up to the bed with Gianni and your girlfriend. What's her name? Valerie. She can crawl up to the couch with Stefano. We'll put on some Sinatra music. And we've already got, Chinese food? Stephen has it stored. He's ready.
I love to eat Chinese food in bed.
You're welcome to do it.
It's gonna get messy, but I'll do the sheets in the morning.
You better not be a slob.
Sorry. They're your sheets, not mine.
If it's the odd couple, I'm definitely Felix. And if you turn out to be Oscar, you're in a world of trouble.
What are you drinking, water?
Distilled water. It's a difference.
Okay, me too.
It's a little more potent than H2O. Look, don't tell me about your bottled water. I've never bought one in my life. It's another thing that Americans are mad. They will never condescend to drinking, what is this called? Tap water. Now, I must have, what's the ultimate in bottled water? The pretentious name. It's the second to last job I had before shoving off for Vegas. With disappointment. Why? My sister-in-law goes, why are you going to Las Vegas? Stay here where people love you. But I had to go to Vegas. Anyway, this gal named... You couldn't believe the feeling I had here. You spent 10 years. I handled it well, by the way. Everyone knows. This guy, 63. I'm in Plummer Park. He's cranking out 1,000 push-ups. I'm deliberately doing it in front of 20-year-olds, basketball players, so they know who they're dealing with. And they know this guy's homeless also. You can tell by his shopping cart, which is encircled by those attractive bags. And after that, I walked 8 miles pushing a cart, all but for 3 or 4 days a year. I'm not fucking around what I'm doing, baby.
No,
I'm
you
not
are.
waiting guys. None of them are doing it. They're putting forth very little energy, precious little.
The only energy they do it is...
There's another line.
There's no hidden
The
camera.
guy tells me, what? You can't run from geeks and techies. And I go, I don't run from geeks and techies. I repudiate them. Would I be reading D.H. Lawrence tomorrow? No. Right.
Yeah.
Right. My buddy hosts a painter in Vegas. You know what he called these? Marvel? Children's movies. Do I agree? Totally.
You are such an elitist.
Well, that's obvious. There are two cultures. Pop culture and elitist. Pop culture is rooted in one thing. Adolescence.
Well, you know what?
Teeny boppers. Right. Adolescence.
You know what?
Right.
You know what?
I'd want.
What
I
kind of
don't have
woman-
the looks or the money.
What kind of woman is that?
A beautiful woman.
Dude, you're a good looking guy.
What? It doesn't matter anymore. We're out to make it as a writer, not as a married man.
And how do you make it as a writer?
When someone buys my screenplay. Well, you've been reading comic books and Stephen King novels all your life.
So,
What?
so tell me, what is your screenplay about?
A man who conquers himself.
Conquers himself.
Just what I said.
What does that mean?
What does it mean? A man who conquered his pride. How? By hiring himself out to a job that he considered beneath him in his 20s and 30s. But now he said, fuck that.
Is this about you?
Well, it is basically autobiographical, right?
What job was that you took?
A stock clerk at a supermarket. It would be the Long Island equivalent of Ralph's. It's a close approximation. I smoke 2 packs a day. I'm going to get on to that. I'm going to switch on. This is Sinatra. Right.
Next
He was
question.
seeing a doctor, and the guy, he confessed to drinking 30 Jack Daniels. That's drinks, not
A
the
day
whole
or
pot.
what?
30 Jack Daniels and smoking 3 packs of Camels a day.
That's
Right. So the doctor, horrified, asks Sinatra how he felt in the morning. Sinatra goes, I don't know. I'm never up in the morning. And I don't know if you're the right doctor for me. He'd invited his wife to come and join him down by the beach and to put a little moon in their life. But she turned him down. And the way she turned him down was positively mortifying. Are you quite serious, trying to lure me away from Saturday Night Live to do some silly sky watching? Now that hurt. Indeed, the way she turned thumbs down on his proposal sent Baker Graham reeling, but not for long. This is good writing. This guy is a real writer.
Hey, can I ask one thing?
About keeping secrets.
Will you say goodbye to the people?
Why not? Good night, and good afternoon, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Bonsoir, bon appetit, bon voyage, and we'll meet again.
Show me your love, though.
That comes through, I hope.